Hello, guys. Welcome back. It is live Norway Reds and Nutty Natty. Let's go. Guys, obviously, I met you two out in Oslo when we were doing our pre-season. How was it for you? The Barmy Army taking over.
You were loud. It was fun. We texted you. I think we tweeted you a couple of weeks before you were coming over to meet up. We got to meet you.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
It was awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Obviously, the main topic currently is Corona. That's the only time I'm going to try and mention it. But no, like the impact. How it's been. I mean, you guys we were expecting Christian as well to come over. There was other people from around the world. There was people coming from London, coming from here. But obviously, flights and all that is a lot bigger deal. And obviously, you should be here now. We should be ready for the West Ham. How does it feel?
Now it's just, okay, it happened. That's how it is. It was worse a week ago when we were like, oh, we want to go. Can we go? Can we not go? Yeah. The uncertainty of a week ago. But now it's almost become a normal situation here for us. So, yeah. Unfortunately. But it's sad. We've been planning the trip for months and months. So that's the sad part. But we'll just get over this hitch and we'll come later.
Yeah. Well, there's talk that they're going to start. Well, it's suspended now, all leagues, till the 30th of April.
Yeah.
Hopefully after that, so, April, May. And they're saying that the league is going to be indefinite. So there's no kind of end date to it. It's just when all the games are played, I'm guessing that'll be the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some people can come back over then. Hopefully it's all died down. But hiya, Mark. Do you see it being completed, this league? Or if not, what do you think's going to happen? Null and void?
I hope not. The Norwegian league has not started yet. So they don't have a problem about being null or void, but in Norway they say they'll probably start in the first week of May, maybe.
The thing is, in Norway, all training is off as well. You're not allowed to train, you're not allowed to gather, you're not allowed to do anything. So what they're saying in Norway now is that training can start in May, in the middle of April. So we'll see. But I think it's in a way easier in Norway because it hasn't started.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they'll. Yeah, I think this will pass and they will have a chance to finish the season for the WSL. I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully. Hi, everyone in the comments. Deborah, Mark. Deborah said she misses you. Christian, hi, fellow Norwegians. I want to get Aurora to watch.
Did she answer you?
Look at the t-shirt.
Yeah, she didn't.
No, but I think, we thought we'd talk. Well, in Norway, we have we've had for the last 2 seasons, something called the Super Weekend in women's football, where all games in one round of the series has been played over a weekend. 6 games, 3 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday. That has worked in some ways.
Yeah, they're all played in the same stadium.
Yeah, all in the same stadium.
All the games in the same stadium?
Yeah, the stadium we visited this summer. The last summer in Oslo.
And every game is played in that stadium?
Yeah, so 3 games on the Saturday and 3 games on the Sunday, just to get people to come to the stadium. They've had lots of entertainment for kids, for everybody. So it's just been like a whole super weekend where there's been hotel deals, dinner deals, everything packed into one weekend. And that's what, well, we've talked about it, if that's maybe a possibility for the WSL to get, compact days of games to just, get it over with. But then again, do you want to play games without a crowd? Or, that's the difficult one. Because we saw, which game was it that we saw some of the last men's games to be played before the ban? Well, without a crowd, and that's,
it's bad.
It's not the same, and for the players as well, it's really not the same.
Yeah, I think definitely, that's pre-season. That's thinking you're in competitive games. You need the fans there. I mean, especially I think for our girls. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think for us, it means so much. Barmy Army drive them on. Barmy Army's that 12th player, so to move it out, and for me, even if it can be a leveler or it can give us that extra boost, I think you see how much it means to them, how much it means to us. I think you're losing fans by playing it behind closed doors. The Super League, Women's Super League, should be open to all fans. So I just think playing it behind closed doors, if you just look at it as a practical way, take out all the emotions, I think it'll get done. But I think it's more to it than that. There's no point, people.
Yeah, John says now, we're united against
the Europa League game?
Yeah, the Europa League game. It was boring. Yeah. And it is boring without atmosphere. That's the
people tune in from all over the world, not just for that, but for atmosphere as well. It adds to the package, and it's what the FA definitely want. Atmosphere. I've been told that. It's good to see fans, and it adds like a little separate story. So, what's the point of having? If we're building up rivalries, the derby that was going to be on last Super weekend, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And,
that's right. That's like the worst thing, because we were so looking forward to getting to see both of the derby games, because we came, for those of you watching, we came over for the first derby, the first game against
mm-hmm.
And that was, I get speechless trying to explain the feeling of being at that game. But it's
for me, I think we've come on leaps and bounds from that, and we've actually beaten City. And I think we basically we didn't base, but let's not talk about that FA Cup game and that goal.
No.
We're there. And for me, even though City are top, Mark said the league will be finished. City are top. I don't see City. Maybe it's Arsenal now that are not as, but I see us as this close.
Yeah,
this close. I don't see it as a big, massive. So next season we need to bring out 5 and we need to do this. No, I see add 2 or 3.
No, it's just little tweaks that need to be, and I must say, coming into the first season, this is the second season they're playing football. Mm-hmm. First season in Women's Super League. This is, I don't think a lot of people know how good they're doing or how well they're playing.
We know.
Yeah, we know, but it's awesome. These players haven't been at this level, and they're just, doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it's so close. I knew that they would finish 4th. That was the aim. Yeah. Maybe 5th, but when other people were saying, "Oh, they're going to finish just above they're going to be fighting relegation," I thought, have you watched us this? That first year, we won't be fighting relegation. We're nowhere near it. The way we beat Brighton in the FA Cup this year, the way we got all the way to the semi-finals of the Conti Cup, beating West Ham, beating Brighton, I knew we'd be that top end team. And it's just, John said 2 players in. And we can move on to transfers in a bit. But I think that's, that's how And Deb's saying we haven't finished 4th yet. Listen,
Deb, be positive, girl.
Yeah,
come on.
We will finish 4th. They know that Everton game, because that's the team that for me that's pushed us the most. Reading have been there and thereabouts, but I think we disposed of them quite easily. If it wasn't for that other goal, we would have. But that's our fault as well for not finishing that game off, really. But that ref, that handball, loopy. But
the new hand.
Yeah, for me, this is what I would do, and I've heard people talking about it before.
No, but I see that John says here that he thinks they should void the season, but I don't think they've got time. We'll see. It depends on the Olympics. Torunn has she made a great point earlier today. The Olympics are supposed to start on the 27th or so, 24th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually have time until, I don't know, late June, start of July to finish the season.
But they need a little rest before the Olympics, if the Olympics go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
I think there's a greater chance that the Olympics will be cancelled than not being able to finish Women's Super League, actually, because the Olympics is the whole world. This has started to spread now. It hasn't, the COVID isn't that big in Africa yet, so it's already it's on the starting point in so many places in the world. And the Olympics, I don't think the Olympics will not now anyway. They've been talking about postponing that until, what was it? September or something.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's a bit more reasonable.
And that's fine, because then they have more time to finish the Women's Super League.
But have they talked about in the WSL to freeze the league tables?
Yeah, we could do that. This is what I think we should do. I think we should null and void it. I know people be like this, that, da, da, da. Just scrap it, end it, or whatever, freeze it how it is. I don't care. But what they should do is no relegation. So really, no champion. No relegation. Promote the 2 from the championship. And there might be a bit of bias here. I do like Sheffield. I want them to do well. But I think those teams are of that quality. I look at the bottom of the table, and Sheffield have beaten Liverpool. Villa have beaten Liverpool. Villa have competed against Chelsea. So for me, those teams round and about, they can compete with Brighton, compete with Bristol. I think they're putting more effort into it than a Liverpool. And yes, Deb, don't relegate Liverpool, even though that's what I want to see. But don't relegate them. Bring 2 up, make it 14. Bring more up. Don't relegate anyone in the championship. Bring 2 teams up there, or even 3. Make it even leagues. Make them bigger leagues. What do you think?
Good point. Very good point, actually.
Deborah says no relegation even for Liverpool.
Even for Liverpool, let's make it a bigger league, make it better, make more games during the season. Because for a lot of people, we say, why is there this 4-week break? Why is there this? But if you had 2 more teams in it, it's busier.
Yeah. Deborah, we want Liverpool in Women's Super League so that we can defeat them.
I don't want them there.
Nobody wants them there.
We want to defeat them.
Yeah, we can defeat them in a cup game or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm just
fixing up the game. The way that they're fixing the games that we played Man City, if Liverpool were in the bottom league, they'd fix it that we played them. So let's do it. Yeah.
So we'll
no champion, no relegation.
More teams, less international breaks. Yeah.
Let's do it. I just think, if we want to grow the game, you only grow it through the club, through, getting people watching it week in, week out. And yes, you can grow it every 4 months and, but every 4 years, sorry. But I think, getting people interested, having more games is better.
Yeah.
Through that is through, I think. But guys, keep putting comments in. I'm just gonna. Hi Sam, you okay? A lot of my work colleagues have shared.
Okay, Mark and Deborah have, okay.
I agree with you. More games.
I get the knowledge.
Yeah. But hey, girls, what do you think? Obviously, it's impacting us because we can't go and watch the football. But
yeah,
just even in terms of like you were planning your whole holiday around it,
Yeah.
But people are really affected mentally. Like I was really devastated, and a lot of my some girls in work will testify. I was devastated when I was like, shit, they're gonna play it behind closed doors. We're gonna be locked out. Even the thought of playing it behind closed doors now, it doesn't make me feel good.
The thing is,
it's more than just the football. It's about the family.
Yeah, I think that it hasn't affected Torunn and I as much as maybe it would others, because we've had so much to do at work in the last week. That's what I think. I think we haven't been able to, really sit down and,
feel something.
Yeah. Torunn is like working 12, 14-hour days right now. And I'm not working that much, but we haven't. So I think the situation in Norway, just really plays into us not thinking that much about it. And we're trying to stay positive, so we're already thinking, because we haven't lost any money, we've gotten our money back, so we're just thinking, okay, just as soon as this is over, and when can we go to Manchester next? Is it going to be before the summer, or do we have to wait after the summer holiday? So that we're just we're actually just waiting to start to plan a new trip. Yeah.
I mean, luckily for our Barmit people who booked on, we'd ended up refunding them, so we haven't necessarily lost money. Everyone's got their money back, but obviously the people, if they travel by train, Mark, not I'm with you, I need football. Listen, I need football. When I'm working Monday to Friday, 9 till 5.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I do 9 till 7. Sometimes I do 8 till 5. Different hours. It's a stress. Football takes away that, and it just makes you feel. I'm not saying that you forget about your problems, but it's that relief. It's that social. That's why for me, it needs to be more. I just think playing it behind closed doors, it's going to lead to more problems. I mean, they can do lockdown and try and play it behind closed doors.
No, I don't think they should finish the season if it's behind closed doors. No. So please don't. Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Sam says you need football. Yeah, you really need
football. I work with her daily, so she knows how much I need football.
Yeah. But no, I rather suspend rather suspend the season than going ahead with it and finishing it behind closed doors.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. You changed your mind then?
Well, that's why we're talking.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's a lot of things though as well that is going to impact on the women's game, and I think contracts are one of them. I don't know how long our girls are on contracts. Obviously, a lot of girls sign new contracts, but definitely in the championship, or people who are on 1 year deals, they sort of finish, and then that's that. Dipping into transfers. Days against behind closed doors, but we saw the under-21s beat City, and we'll get on to under-21s because I want to talk to you about one little one where there's a couple. Getting onto like transfers, and we're looking to potentially, like Casey has already gone out looking at players, said I want this player, I want that player, they're out of contract, offered a new contract to them, that girl or whatever is accepting it, and then when her contract ends, she's, signing that United one.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of them have the date. So people are saying it's going to be less so for us probably because, if they're playing in a bigger club and we're taking them from there. Or let me use Lucy Bronze for an example, right? Her contract's up this season. Yeah. If someone was going to go for her, they're not going to, her contract, they'll be able to extend that, Leon, until when they actually finish the season.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, in the championship, a lot of them have like set dates, so a lot of them end in like May the 1st. But if it's going beyond that, are you going to people playing for 2 clubs in one season? I don't know if you can do that.
I think you should be able to. What they've done in because what happens in Norway now, a lot of we've got something called, it's not being made redundant, but it's put on, you don't have to work, so just to get money from the state instead of the clubs having to pay the salaries of the players. But what they've done in Norway is they're saying that you can't steal players from each other. Okay. And I think that's what we have to, that's the possibility of going into contracts, making contracts where you can have a clause in the contract where it says they finish the season in the league they're playing, and then the clause for when they're changing clubs is after the season, the league they're now playing in is finished. Something like that. That shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, and I think it's going
to say, if Miss Lawyer.
The clubs in Norway has agreed today, actually, the women's clubs, to stay off each other's players when they're temporarily laid off now, when games are not been playing. And then they're saying we need to see what happens in the next few months, what to do with the contracts, who runs out. But our season in Norway usually goes from March till November. Okay. We don't play in the winter. So we don't have a problem with contracts yet, but a lot of the Europeans club will have the problem you speak of here.
But we do have some of those issues, because we've got players who have signed for Norwegian clubs that can't, due to the COVID-19 virus, they can't come to Norway.
No.
Right now. So we actually have players that have signed for Norwegian clubs that they don't know when they can travel to Norway.
No.
So, and that's, that's an issue as well. And that's something that will be an issue with signing, players from other leagues in other countries for United as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you just sort of said there, lawyer heads. What if you've got I know that they've come to an agreement where they won't take players, but if you've got in your contract a set date, surely you can, and it ends on that set date. Surely it's like sort of against the law to stop someone then going.
No, then you can go. If you have a set date in your contract, then you're free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The club can't do anything if they don't extend the contract.
Yeah. I mean, I know that FIFA are looking at changing the transfer windows, maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe that might help. But I know, like, if you're free agent, you can go anyway, even if you're in a transfer window. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. The question is there going to even be a summer transfer window this year? I don't know. There has been some rumors to cancel the whole transfer window, but I don't know.
Wow.
For the men and the women.
That's not what we want to hear.
No.
We're transfer fans over here. We love it, man. Harder 2020. My God. We
can talk a bit about that, because, Christian, you're harder 2020. Yeah. But you're also, the other player you want. Have you seen one player?
Oh, Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen, yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, listen, I know we sort of talked about it, didn't we, before? But, tell people about what she'd been saying.
Yeah, because Christian probably knows it, but she said to the Norwegian media now that UEFA should arrange for both Euros, both men and women's Euros in 2021. Why shouldn't there be Euros for both? When they have to, why do the women have to change their Euros just because the men's will be postponed because of the virus? Yeah. There's no reason why both Euros can't be played in 2021.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think
and the Norwegian Football Federation has actually sent a letter to UEFA about this today. Mm-hmm. 2 Euros in one summer. Yeah, so the Norwegian Football Federation is quite, they're quite firm on their beliefs about this.
Yeah,
and
they're the ones who tweeted out to say that it.
Yeah, I know.
So no one's stopping them.
They're sitting on the front of their chairs, just waiting to be the first.
No one's going to stop them. They will say what they've got to say. They're not afraid. Yeah. But no, I think, why not? It'd be really good because the final would be at Wembley for the men, and then the women would just start either at the same time as the semi-final, but it'd be at Old Trafford. So if you can't get to the final of that, there's a massive game down the road, for everyone up north. It's England. I'm not saying, and I doubt England. England might get to the semi-finals, the men's team, and then they're playing on the same day or the same whatever. It'd be really good.
But Torunn and I have actually been discussing if we're playing 2 Euros in 2021, should the men play before the women or should the women play before the men?
Yeah, it's going to be the men's first because they've set the dates for the men. And then there's a little overlap of like 4 days. Then the women start. Yeah. And it would be around the time and the men's are playing the semi-final and the final, which would be at Wembley.
Yeah.
So we watched all that men's tournament, then it comes to England, and then straight away after, you still got football on, and it's the women. And I just think
they could, just to not have the overlap of 4 days or something. Is it 4 days? They could, postpone the starting date.
4 days, yeah. I mean, then that causes a problem for when the season next starts. But you know what? Who cares?
No, that's not
what's happening now. Let's just do it. I think, yeah. And I think as soon as the finals happened at Wembley, then the next day, the opening day, boom, it happens at Old Trafford, or the next week, even if you postpone it 7 days, happens at Old Trafford, then we all start the tournament. I think it's going to be just football. We're without it now. We need it now. So just give it us all.
Just imagine football for 8 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but no problem because summer holiday 2020 is, just cancelled because of the COVID virus, Torunn. And we can just move our holiday, our 4 weeks of holiday until 2021. Then we've got 8 weeks holiday, and we can, no problem.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I think definitely it's going to happen. Well, people are definitely behind it, so why not?
Christian, yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think, with all the positive media in following or during and following the World Cup, Women's World Cup, I don't think it will be overshadowed.
I think it would be massive here. I think it would be massive because
I think,
we just had loads of football, and then it's like bang, let's have it again. Yeah. Now let's get behind the Lionesses. We've got behind England, bang, still on it. And I think the way someone explained it in terms of the Olympics, the way the Olympics, they had it in London, then they had the Paralympics straight away after it, and maybe people who weren't as interested in the Paralympics, usually the fact that it was in London and there was a big hype, and then they had another Super Saturday because they had the Jess Ennis one, so they were like, this is now the one for the no one's to think.
I think the fact that the Euro 2021 for women is going to be played in the UK is very positive because women's football is is growing in interest in the UK. No, I don't think that's an issue at all.
I know some people think it is, and I know there's a lot of talk that it is going to be on then, but let's just wait and see. So let's just wait and see.
Yeah.
So I mean, transfers.
Yeah.
Obviously, mine is Harder. Hansen.
I would love to see Pernille Harder come to United.
Yeah.
That would make my day. But I don't know if we have the money. Do we have the money?
Then they really have to, you know,
pay up,
make the check huge. Yeah. They have to. That's what United have to do now. Because as you said, do we need a new midfielder? Goal scorer. We need a goal scorer. We do need a goal scorer besides Lauren. Yeah. And if we're gonna get something, and if we're buying somebody, we have to really, really hit the big drum, and then you have to pay for it.
To get the money. And Man United have the money.
Money talks.
Money talks.
Give me the money. Yeah.
Where's that badge?
Yeah. So
he needs to come.
She's a perfect player for us. She's the perfect age. She's
27. Yeah. Yeah. No.
That would be so good.
Yeah. And I think that's more realistic. I think it's more realistic with Pernille Harder than Caroline Graham Hansen.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's about we need to, like you say, pay the money. Chelsea are the other ones that are in there with us in that fight. There's talk Chelsea are going to pay 300,000. That's the transfer thing.
But I mean, people going to Chelsea now. Now this is Chelsea has bought so many players. You're stupid if you go to Chelsea now. Chelsea has got a really large squad. They've got a lot of players. If it's much better. Now I know you guys know this, but it's much better to sign for United because you've got so much more potential to be great. Yeah. And she can drive back and forth, Manchester, London. What is it? 3.5 hours? No problem. It's a lot shorter
than
Wolfsburg. Yeah.
Closer than being in Germany, isn't it? And hey, here's one for you.
Yeah.
And Deb and Mark. I already know my answer, right? There. Yeah. But you're married. I know they're not married. But would you, if you could play for, right? So you both move to England. Torunn, you have to be a lawyer in London.
That's fine by me.
You play for Man United. Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Or you swap it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Would you play for Man United? Would you live apart? Play for Man United?
Of course I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on. You know, think Magda can come up and play for Man United.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get them both.
Let's get them both.
Yeah.
You know, they want to play together. Well, Harder, you first come to Manchester. Next minute, the other one can come.
Deborah.
Who's Deborah saying?
Yeah.
Mark.
Mark.
Packs my bags as well.
Yeah.
I'll have a bit of that. Magda and Millie, mate. That'll be the new song. Magda and Millie.
That would be good. Yeah. But do we have any other players we want to sign?
Who else do you want to sign then? You tell me, because for me, like you said, striker is the own. It's not the only one, but striker is the main area. Scoring goals. We've not been clinical. We've not done this. You know, fine margins. So I think we need a top, like someone who's going to bag us 20 goals. That's what I think. I think a lot of it. I did a little dream team. The only other areas I'd say is fullback, because I think that midfield is quite settled. I think You can add Tooney in there. You can add Palmer in there. That's what I want to see. We want to see young players coming through, so you don't want to stop their development by adding. I'm not saying we don't want more players, but Jackie's in there, Haley Ladd's in there, Zellum's in there. She's still quite young, Zellum, but then you can swap in Zellum for Toon like she did at Everton game. So for me, I don't have a list. Christian's come out and said he's got his list. He's got his list as long as he's arm.
He's always got
Greenwood. Just send the list to us, Christian.
Yes, put the list on here and we can discuss it now. John saying Bronze and Greenwood.
Yeah,
listen, I take Bronze and she's a free transfer, but then that's money again.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But that's something that is important actually, is we have to use money or spend money, but how many players do we want to spend a lot of money on? We have to, we have to really think about who's going to be best for us. And I think it's smarter to spend a lot of money on Pernille Harder to get her than Lucy Bronze.
Well, Lucy Bronze is a free contract. I'm not saying the wages won't be high.
Yeah, but that's
free contract. That's what I can see them doing.
She'll expect a high salary. Yeah.
I can see.
She's, but now she's, injured. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah.
I can see them getting Pernille, putting everything on that. And then, you know what? I wouldn't even mind just if that's it.
Yeah, agree with you. Spend the big money on one key player, a striker, and then you can develop the rest in United.
Rodney wants us to spend money on fish and chips. No, chips and gravy. Yeah,
chips and gravy. Love chips and gravy.
This is another one, and she's out of contract. And Christian said Hannah Glass, and I've heard people saying that she's even better than Bronze.
Yeah, I think that's Bronze is because of the name. She, it more than Pernille Harder. Bronze comes with, the money involved in getting her. Is it worth it? Yes, Pernille Harder is worth it. Then maybe Hannah Glass instead, so she can grow with the club rather than Lucy Bronze. Yeah.
And our little problematic days, we were talking to Lotta's agent. Lotta's agent is also Hannah Glass's agent. And he said, or whoever was on the Twitter said, oh, you'll find out soon where Hannah's going.
Yeah.
I don't think it's us, but it could be. Could be. People, look at the talk now when the transfers come out, eh? And everyone's look at the talk. Boom, 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 boom. Chloe Kelly.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, David. But the thing is Lucy gonna cost more than she's, more than will gain from her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. But
I would love to get Lucy Bronze.
Yeah, everyone would.
Yeah.
But let me talk. Chloe Kelly. Let me talk. I get it. I think she's a good player. I think she's great. Good for her. She's scoring goals, but I just don't get the hype. Maybe I'll end up learning. I'll end up eating humble pie, and I'll buy her a flag and this, that, and the other. Great. But at this moment in time, I'm looking at Chloe Kelly. I'm looking at Kirsty Hansen. For me, Kirsty Hansen is above her. I'm looking at some of our devs. You've seen a little one, Maria Edwards. Superstar for me. And I think I'd play her on the wing to start off with. So for me, why am I going to bring in Chloe Kelly, who's not even better than Hansen, and then she's getting in the way of someone like Maria, of other ones that are potentially coming through. There's two Marias. There's Maria Figueroa as well. I'd just play them over. Not, you know what I'm saying? I think Chloe Kelly is about 27, maybe older.
Chloe Kelly, it says she's 22.
Yeah, she's
okay. Yeah, she's 22, so she is still young.
Mhm.
But Torunn, actually, it's with the Maria Edwards. Torunn has actually, that's one of the things.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Dev's games because
Yeah, they're not on telly.
no, but I saw her in Oslo.
Yeah.
She's a big, huge talent.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a very, very good football player if she can grow with us. She
Yeah.
needs to be with us. Don't go out on loan. Use her, maybe. I don't know. We can't loan out all our players to Sheffield. No. Please.
That is the loan. That is where they go. They go Sheffield or Huddersfield. Loan FC.
Yeah, loan FC. But they train with us, though, don't they?
Yeah, with Sheffield and Huddersfield, they both train with us. See, in a way, that might put it at this is why me and Dave, we talk about this, what we say, Sheffield, if they do go up and they go full time, then they can't still train with us.
Yeah.
Well, she could stipulate that they do train with us, but I don't know if it would work.
But what about defense? Do we need new players in defense?
That's the thing with Lucy Bronze.
Fullbacks, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Lucy Bronze, that's, a hard one. We want her, but it's just up to how much money they're willing to spend. Actually, how much money are they willing to put into the next season to really raise the bar even higher for United for the next season? How willing are they? And I think they're more willing after this season than after last season, because last season was the first season. Okay, they did well, they qualified and everything was great, but this season they've really gotten to show how good they are in the Women's Super League. And they've shown they've done so great. So they have to pour the money in.
This much money, whereas people were saying it was this much. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
This much. People are saying, well, Rodney started off by saying people were calling Chloe Kelly a long ball merchant. I don't think she's a long ball merchant, but I don't think I don't understand the hype. I think it's a lot of hype. I think she's having a really good season. I've shout her out. Great. But if you gave me Kelly and you gave me Lauren James, there's only one winner, LJ. So I think she's like an LJ kind of player. And for me, I just no. But she might be what we end up getting. Ashley Neville, not for me, not at all for me. Sorry, Rodney, that one is a no.
Good. No,
she's a good player, but I think she's a Spurs player, and no offense to Spurs, but they're obviously looking to spend what they're looking to spend.
Yeah.
We need to be, like you've just said, how serious are Man United taking this? Do they want to be the best and winning things, or do they just happy being the best of the best in and around 5th, 6th? Because if they don't spend more money than they did last year, then we're just going to be in the same position. We need to then go out and be challenging Chelsea and City for these top players like Pernille Harder.
And we need to think about also that the next season of Champions League, England will get 3 places, most likely. Yeah.
It's
and then we need to spend the money to get there.
Yeah.
For me, Champions League is in touching distance. I can taste it. I was talking about it.
Yeah. And that's where the amount of money you were talking about comes in. It's this much. Yeah. And David says here, Leon on a free for next season. I know I'm dreaming. And Rodney says he's dreaming. I don't know, because Leon, I don't know if they've reached their height. I'm not the one. I don't like rumors about clubs, but it's really our Leon. Now they're just, they're a lot of individual players. They're not a team. I think a lot. I don't think Leon is going to stay where they've been for the last years. I don't think they're going to stay there. I think Leon are going to lose a lot of players.
Izzy Christensen said exactly Ellen, Izzy Christensen said exactly what you said. That it's just a machine. We're in. It's not a team. It's just all out there. And for me,
and you see, what other team was a machine? That was Germany, and Germany was a machine, and they did that for a couple of years. And what happened? They just broke down because the machine, it just. And then it breaks down, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Lyon and France have been really up there. The French league has been really popular with a lot of players from a lot of countries, but now the Women's Super League is really getting more and more attention. That is also a lot to do with the hype that England, the England squad, managed to do around the World Cup. The Women's Super League, people are, just look at Norway. How many Norwegian players have transferred to the Women's Super League over the last year?
Australia, all the Australian
players. And I think we're going to see players coming from the US and the southern parts of Europe coming up to the Women's Super League.
Definitely.
I think the queens of European football are gonna change. It's not gonna be the French teams anymore. It's gonna change. It is changing already.
Deborah's come out and said a lot of players have stepped up this year, and a few surprised us. And I think, for me, it's been Hansen that stepped up. And I think she's really come on and leaps and bounds, and maybe I didn't appreciate it as much last year, but I think she really is looking like a stellar player. And I just every week I got to shout her out because she's doing that grade A for me. And like that, when she without her, we look totally different. So Amy T also looking absolutely like a rocket right now. And that's what we needed. And I think even that game that you guys came, we looked a bit shaky. We looked this. Haley Ladd was at right back. Was it Haley Ladd? Yeah. Haley Ladd started. But when Amy came in, she actually looked
solid.
Yeah, solid. And Amy T was someone last year that you thought, I love Amy T, but she's going to give away a penalty. She's going to do this. And to be fair to her, when she's gone in the middle, she has. But at right back, she's looked.
But that's the thing. I think what's most, the best thing about United is the defense. But we've got players to, like who was it? It was Rodney, about Lotta Öqvist. Lotta, okay, she hasn't, but we've got her. We've got players to, because that's it was further up the comments about we saw what happened when Galton got injured, when injuries happen. We have to be that, injuries happen. Our defenders, they're solid, and we've got 6 defenders who are solid. And we can, if somebody gets injured, we can, change, and we're solid in the back. So that's why the midfielders is Amy Turner, Millie Turner, Marta Harris, I think
Rodney's talking about Ashley Neville. She's dependable. She's this. She's that. Yeah, she's a good player. I think she's really good, Rodney. But for me, Spurs went out and got Emma Mitchell, and Spurs went out and got Emma Mitchell, and for me, that's why did they go and get Emma Mitchell if they've got thingy? Because they're not saying they're upgrading. Obviously, Ashley still plays and this, that, and the other, but for me, that's just we're looking. And I think Lotta is better than Ashley Neville. If Ashley Neville, she's a good player, but not for me. We need to be looking beyond that, and I think Lotta, she's playing for a Swedish national team now. She's...
What I think about Lotta Öqvist is what they've said, a lot of Norwegian players have said, coming from, and I think it's the same with Sweden. Now, this is just my personal opinion and my personal thoughts, of course. But I think that the training regime in Scandinavia is so different from the training regime in Germany and England and France. That a lot of players have had the first season they're playing in a new league. It's been really difficult to really reach their highest potential because their bodies have just gone into shock. It's one of the Norwegian players who went to Wolfsburg this season said that she came to Wolfsburg. They had one of the first training session was a run in the forest. She said she was dead. She'd never been that tired. She's played football all her life. She's played for the national team in Norway. She's played for Lillestrøm in Norway, the best team. She's really done good for Lillestrøm. She comes to and she says it's nothing. You can't compare the training routines. And I think Lotta might have been affected by that actually.
Tell you who else I think's been affected? Jackie Groenen. And I don't care what people say. I don't think we've seen the best of her. And I think that's because they're not used to the levels. And I mean, I know Jackie played in Germany, but she wasn't playing at the top team in Germany. She was playing at what's it called? Frankfurt. Norway. But I think they're seeing the levels of strength that you have to have. I think Lotta was told you're not strong enough. And I think she played a really good game for the game that you guys came. But then the minute she played Liverpool and they bullied her off the ball because the things that you get fouled for, probably in Germany, in Sweden, Lotta was playing part-time league. You don't get them kind of things in Germany. And I think even Jackie's saying it's so fast. And I'm thinking, but you've played in the World Cup semi-final. What you're on about fast? And I've seen Jackie, she got hit in the ball in the face. I was saying, get the hell up, girl, and carry on. What are you crying for? Oh, my God, get that on with it.
and just strength. I think it's strength training as well. You know, being tough. One thing is running, and one thing is hitting the ball and everything. But just the body being strong enough to take all the beatings that you're getting. They're
gonna kick you like hell. They kick Jackie like hell. But the thing is, sometimes I see Jackie fall down. I think get up. Sometimes I think foul. But not every foul is a free kick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. She's not. And I just think maybe in Germany it would be a free kick. Maybe when you're in Europe, it's the same thing with the men's team. We say, you know, England, this is what happens, and you just get kicked, you kick them back. And that's what I've not seen enough of our girls doing, kicking people. I want to see more. Not the way Tooney did it, but
no.
I want to say no. I love to see it. I said when we played City that second time, I said you need to leave it on them.
Yeah,
Jess does that the best.
It's it's hurting. It's gonna hurt to meet us. But the thing is also that people coming, the players coming from Norway, for example, they're used to the referees whistling for a lot less than in England.
Yeah.
So when they been kicking down in England, they go mental in their head. Also, they can't understand it.
Yeah.
Why the red card is not given or something.
Yeah.
We have good referees back here in Norway. We do, but they blow their whistle way too much. Way too much for everything.
When the girls get hit and scream, then it's a whistle. Why is it a whistle? Just because she screams? I mean, seriously, is it? And I think Rodney has a point about Jack Björn suffering from post World Cup hype. Yeah, and I think Torunn and I talked about maybe a new midfielder so that Jackie can play more in her role as a 10. I don't know. And Christian says the same. Is Gran suffering from being played out of position?
Maybe.
And then Rodney again. Yeah, yeah, they need more goals. That's why we think they need
Harder.
more Yeah, we need a goal
harder
scorer.
now.
Now, bring it now. But no, listen. I think Jackie, Lotta, maybe you can even say Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They need to be stronger.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the season and they're just allowed, and then next year they'll be stronger. I see Jackie, right?
Yeah, and Mary Earps as well.
When I see Jackie do this, and she's lifting weights and she's getting someone to lift it for her. No, I'm not laughing. Lift that weight now. If you can't lift it, then what are you doing? And even she says, I need to work on strength. Lotta, I need to work on strength. And I've not heard a lot from Aurora, but I'm guessing that might be why. Because if you're a new keeper, this, that, and the other, people are gonna leave one on you. And you just have to take it. People are gonna clatter you when you got the ball in your hands and it'll go over the line and no one will blow. You're just gonna have to, this is England. And I'm not saying that in a kind of, Brexit kind of way. I'm saying it in terms of this is how we play football. You kick someone and you kick them back harder and then they won't kick you again.
Torunn knows all about that. The goalkeeper in Torunn knows all about that.
Yeah, I've been a goalie for 30 years, so I have my marks.
She just kicks them down and then they'll just, they'll pass the ball the next time they won't.
I kick them down, yes.
Yeah, you kick them down and the forwards will pass the ball next time and not shoot.
Yeah,
because they don't want to meet you.
But I think Mary Earps also will benefit from Aurora being at a higher level.
Yeah.
Because Mary needs competition.
Yeah.
She needs a lot of competition. Some of the mistakes she made this season is not good at all. She needs to step up her high level, and then Aurora comes in a more competitive mood.
Yeah,
I think it'll be good.
I think she'll settle as well. But it's as we've said, they have to settle into the club, settle into the new country, settle into their positions, their everything. And
think of what else they need to settle into this. They need to get used to it, right? I don't think a lot of them are not used to it. A lot of them are not used to it. Dave saying the only good signs have been Earps and Ladd. I mean, that's Dave likes his opinions, man. Dave likes his opinions, and I don't know. I think Ladd's been the best signing of this. Boom. There's no, you can't even question. Not even the most Jackie Cronin SC hype. Question the best player, right?
Yeah.
Mary, consecration. I know you're saying about Aurora, and and I want Aurora to do well. I think she's I love her, man. I think you can tell that she loves it, and I always every time I see her, she loves it and everything. She's like, nah, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. But what I will say, the one person as well, and people might not like, who surprised me beyond has been Emily Ramsey. She has when I saw her play for England, now she's getting games at Sheffield, and that is going to do her the world of good. And she's got a new contract, and she is going to be England #1. That's the saves that me and Dave, we went to see her for the under-21. She was pulling out David De Gea-esque saves, and for her, we saw her at Oslo. She was low in confidence or whatever, she made the mistake. But I think now the more she plays, Ramsey and the young keepers, Bentley played a game the other day for the development squad. I think, John just said, what about Chamberlain coming back? We've got 5 goalkeepers, guys. I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Chamberlains need to rest now. She became a mother. Let her be a mother.
Yeah.
She's 35 now.
But I think she might be important to have.
Of course.
Just to build the
young ones.
Yeah, the young ones, because they're all the 4 other ones are young. They need somebody to look up to, somebody to strengthen them and mentally. Just as Deborah said that Mary's concentration lets her down. Yeah, she needs some challenge, and she needs somebody to really work with her on that.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll move over to do it. Come tomorrow.
dream.
Ellen. You'd leave her for Man United. Yeah, you see?
Leave her?
How much does Harden love Man United? Yeah? Needs to ask herself.
Housewife of Manchester United. I'll be a housewife of Manchester United.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
does Harden love Man United? That's what she needs to ask herself now. I know she loves her partner, but how much does she love Man United? That's the question. Because she ain't no red to me. She can say that she's a red. She can pull up all the old pictures, but if you love Man United, you do anything, right? Don't care. And you're saying you're married. Mark and Dave have been married. They'd run, mate, tomorrow. So it's not even about leaving, Deb. It's about sticking together. Well, you know, you're in the same country. Come on.
Deborah, you just need to know that Chewie isn't what was it?
A bear.
A bear. He won't leave you if you just figure out that Chewie isn't a bear. Yeah. Just some inside Star Wars talk. Yeah. No, but I think but Tudor wants Molly Green back, and I think
can you see that happening?
Molly Green back. Maybe.
Can you see that happening?
I don't know. Is she good enough? I don't know that either, but I like her.
Yeah, I can't see. I think this is where we brought Amy Palmer back off the low, and we sent Molly out there. And I think for me,
no, Deborah, Chewbacca is not a bear. A bear, I mean, no.
For me,
no.
We've got Molly Green. We got not Molly Green. We got Amy Palmer, Rebecca May, who made her debut, and we've got other players in there. We got Chloe Williams, who plays for, well, she doesn't play, but she makes the Wales team. We've got Tara Bourne. For me, the fact that even Amy Palmer came back and Rebecca May made her debut before her, you know, not like a debut, but Rebecca May made a debut, and Amy Palmer stayed on the bench. I don't see it. I can't see it. I love Molly Green. I love Molly Green. Molly Green, she scored that. Thank you, Sarah Bourne. Everyone needs to think, but Molly's not played really any games for us this season. Alone, we have to look at it, you know. And Molly might not like me, you know, but we have to look at it like it is, straight up. And you know, well, Molly.
I think what we can conclude with anyway is that we did a lot of good signings for this season, and they've done great. They've done exceptionally, and it's a pity because they were really doing really well. Then we had this little, you know, down period, I would say, and all, you know, that was needed to get up again, and we were really doing really well, and then this virus thing happened, or this bat in China happened, and
it's not that controversial now.
It was a bat in China,
and you know, we just have to finish the season or end the season. I don't know what we have to do, but what we have to do is concentrate on the next season. We have to concentrate on not losing any players, rather using a lot of money on a few key players.
Quality world-class players, 2 or 3, boom.
Quality in front of quantity, and just, you know, a lot of money on a few key players, and 3rd place next year, Champions League. Yeah.
Brilliant. I want to just do this one dead quick. If this is the end, who's your player of the season? What's your goal of the season? Go.
My goal of the season is Lauren James' goal against Liverpool, the first WS goal.
Yeah.
The sauce.
That's mine.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I cried as a little baby.
That game.
Just the sauce in that goal. Lauren is saucy, yeah? But my goal is going to have to be Jess versus City, the 2-0 one. Bang. Boom. The feelings then. The feelings.
Yeah.
Player.
With a pass from Jackie? Was it? Yeah, there was that one,
Yeah.
No, it was the one, Hansen, crossing. Boom.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Player player. Let me talk about the player because she is the player, Leah Galton. Boom. Thank you.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's player of the season.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
Yeah.
We love you, Leah.
Look what happened when she was injured.
Yeah.
Look what happened
We
then.
need her, and she's a team player. She's a team player. She's a united player. She's the, your pen. She's really,
Mm-hmm.
And I love Millie Turner.
Yeah, go on, Mill. Big Mill.
I love Millie Turner.
Everyone loves Millie.
No, sorry, I love her.
Yeah.
I think she's
a sharp
stable. She's
player.
calm. She's controlled.
Mm.
She's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
In an hour and 5 minutes. I appreciate it. Torunn and Ellen, I'm sure you do too. Share it out to your friends in Norway, get them involved. Guys, thank you. I know we've tried to answer all the questions, but next week I've got Jack on. Controversy FC.
Woo!
Let's go. Same time, people. Man United podcast. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye from Norway.
Yeah. And broadcast. Let me end it.